peacefully? I don't know.
I can move if you want.
Hmm? No.
I can. That. Okay.
So, how'd it go?
Outside of David,
Sorry, I couldn't come to any talk or anything.
it's okay, I know you were like angry.
I'm livid.
You're what?
I'm livid.
Livid.
I'll say what they said to me, but first, I still think David is a flawed individual. Riza has less cracks, but them too. Can't hold them in like some high regard. Both David and Riza said that it's more of a trial than a lesson, and that at the end it's designed to see if you are capable of going into the in-between.
But that's not what was
Then why did they
advertised.
lie about it being training?
It might have been like a simple miswording. Before it was. Before it
I
was.
can believe that, but
Before they didn't let
I
anyone
can
else go
believe-
in besides the champions. And then me and Toronto and some others went in, and then they opened it. Okay? What I've told them is a mistake. But it's also something that we're not supposed to be a part of. In my opinion.
Then why did they lie about it being training?
I think it's just it's bad wording because they want to make sure that the people they take out into the real
They're
world
smarter
where they
than
really
that.
die.
Or at least I pray. Because if that is actually the case, then that proves they're idiots. And I don't want idiots being the most powerful people
David suggested talking to him.
trying to quote unquote.
Because I can't answer that question. I don't know why they said training. I do know what they told me. It's for them to make sure that the people that go with them into the real world where they will actually die don't die for real. And it's real death in there, but it's temporary. But outside, it's permanent. When they go to the in-between.
okay.
It's not for us.
No,
We should have made
I
decisions
know it's
better.
not for us.
At this point, it doesn't
Well-
matter if it's us or them or anyone. Those people that are there, quote unquote, for them, that place is teaching them the wrong thing. It's not teaching them how to save the day and be fucking heroes. They're playing with people's lives. Like it's some fucking video game and they just have, oh yeah, here's infinite one-ups. That's what they're doing. That's what that place is. And something has to be done.
Nothing has to be done with it. You don't go there again. That's what has to be done.
Yeah. But then that doesn't stop people from learning that's the stupid wrongings. The wrong lessons. And if they learn the wrong lessons and they start treating people like lives from a video game, that puts all of us in danger. Because what happens if there's a fight here in the meat rack? You know how they fight in the streets.
I'm gonna gut
Death
you
lasers,
like a
hyper beams.
fish.
Destroys buildings. What if people are in their apartments hiding? And one of them comes down, starts attacking the thing, not knowing themselves that they're blowing everything up behind them. If we do nothing, if we just leave, that's what breeds.
The problem is,
Aiden, I don't know,
Go on.
I've got a point with Aiden is that they're just going to be not considering collateral. And that is genuinely the biggest issue with most heroes and powerful individuals here is they just have the big effects, but they don't think if I do this right next to an orphanage, are all the orphans going to survive? They don't think that.
And I know what your side is. We have that understanding because we're not strong. And so we have that perspective.
But we're not the one with the Kamehamehas.
Exactly. We see what they do and how it damages other things.
I'm
Look at
guessing-
Saya. Saya, I have relative trust in because she's an Aegis member. And I've grown to understand more about Aegis. But still, her lava attack or whatever completely destroys and burns the entire road and everything around it, whatever it touches.
then what is your solution? Because I'm not hearing it.
That place is a breeding ground.
It's not a
You know what?
breeding ground. Those people
I
already existed.
Have
They've existed for 3 years.
No, it's a breeding ground
No.
of bad lessons.
I have a suggestion. A training ground simulating a street. An actual street with destructible environments.
Unfortunately, I asked them to separate Heaven's Reach into 2 sections.
No, not even separate. Everyone.
They
So
don't
that's
give
it.
a fuck.
People with guns?
They don't give a fuck. They only care about what they're gonna do in the in-between. They're training for the in-between. I asked them... David said he would do a meditation class, and I told him to focus on morality too.
Then they should
I
stay
pushed
there
that.
permanently.
Heaven's Reach is also not just the only place doing that. I would say Dragonspire does that. I would say every other place does that. Misty Shore used to do that. They go to the quick option, and they don't take the slow option. They can't afford to take the slow option, they think.
And I know
If
that a
they
lot of the
can't-
people there, they've been here before, and they know better than to mess around on our streets or fight our battles for us. Like, at least
And then
Higgs
they
and Ares
damn
does by now.
themselves and everyone around them if they do that, the quick option.
I agree, and I just don't... I don't see a solution in abandoning it or burning it. That just means they go somewhere else. And instead being a voice there
I'm
of
fine
reason
if
or-
they permanently stay there. They don't come back here. To this world. Let them stay in Heaven's Reach and the in-between.
Those people, unfortunately, are
wanna
going to be
fight it so
traveling through
bad.
Zephyra. Most of them.
And then we have to do something about it.
Okay?
I don't know what the in-between is like. If it's just going to be an empty void where they
Imagine
can
clocks,
just
but
blast
worse.
away to their heart's content. Oh wow, amazing. If it's just empty void, if it's lifeless void where nothing exists so they can blast away to their heart's content, then great, good on them.
And then let them stay
But
there. And if they're in the city, why are they in the city?
I don't think it's just. I think it's more so if they're going to be running around in Zafira, they need to learn how to not. They need to learn self-restraint so that they can actually, not laser beam through 5 different walls and incinerate 15 different families by accident. And this is it. It is what Heaven's Reach and what they're training for is completely separate, but they're just going to take those lessons and take it everywhere.
Stupid
The
idea.
exact same thing. They're gonna learn how to
wouldn't
kill whatever
sometimes.
is in this in between, kill gods, whatever the fuck they do. And then they're gonna come back here.
That is my biggest fear. Is that they're going to use what they've learnt there and sledgehammer everything. Oh hey, speaking of sledgehammers.
What the fuck?
How am I a sledgehammer?
Yeah, okay. But that's it. If they only learn how to deal with problems in one way, they will use that one way for every problem. And when a problem requires a more delicate touch, they won't know how to do that. And you know damn well for certain that they'll want to have a go anyways.
Yushin, what's up?
What are we talking about?
Heaven's Reach, full of
Powerful
hell
people.
bottoms.
Yeah. Okay.
People being generally
Carry on.
worried that they're learning bad practices there because the consequence for fucking up is dying, but then they don't learn any lessons, and then there's the emphasis upon death being something very final for other people. So there's a concern that if they come around here, they'll just like kill somebody and not care about it because death has become so unimportant.
Yeah.
This is just right.
Oh yeah, this is all probably very obvious to you, but we're just sort of all mulling around it because it's now just fresh on our mind.
This is a conversation
No,
I feel like
I've-
we've always had.
I died.
Yeah. Literally. Yeah.
I've died 3 times, and the only time I really felt, well, I've had my angst, but I've gotten over it for the most part.
You
Give me a
died?
and a bucket of water.
3 times.
When? How? What?
One time was in one of these death mazes, which apparently had something wrong with it that day. One was when I jumped off a cliff to try and land on a tree, and then I just completely missed the tree. And the third time was
Is this at this
in,
Heaven's Reach place?
yes, and
Yeah.
Oh, so you
third
can't
time
die there.
was a free for all. Yeah.
No, you do die, but when you die, you lose all of your memories that you just learned ever since you got there.
And then you
Hmm.
just pop back.
And you end up outside. And you can come back in.
Basically, the place doesn't retain your body; it retains your mind. And if you die, you're right back at the entrance.
So the third
This doesn't
time
retain our
was
mind at
in
all. I'm
a
gonna copy and paste now.
free-for-all, death match.
I'm not gonna
No.
think about that actually. Okay.
Which
Alright, so that's. You don't remember it though, do you?
So I don't remember how I died, so that means just imagine you walk into a place and it's like, oh hey, what's going on? I just got here. No, you've actually died. Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, no.
And the whole
I get that.
premise is that they're quote unquote training people. How do you learn from mistakes if you just fucking die?
To be fair, the dying one was
and then don't remember anything.
definitely an assessment to see if they could go further. That's what they directly told me. The training is
They didn't describe it
little
as assessment
lackluster.
And
originally though.
okay. So they're using people's death as a way to determine if they're strong or not.
They told
Is
all
that
of
what you're
us
saying? Is
everything.
that what they're saying?
They told us everything in the front. We agreed to none of us backed down. Right?
They didn't tell us about any of that. They only said, "Hey, this is training."
The
Death is
ultimate
important.
thing they are trying to
You
do.
shouldn't try and try to kill anyone or try to die.
They are
And then
probably
they
going
make
to
a maze that actively tries to kill us, and they say, "Oh, we'll just work together," and then it separates all of us.
As it takes at some point, I know
It
that.
did do that.
That.
Even though
I
we're all supposed to
understand.
work together, that's why we were put in groups, was to work together. And then they literally threw
It's
that
because
away.
they're going to a place called the In-Between,
now,
which is
apparently-
dangerous, extremely dangerous, and they will actually die. So they're seeing who's
And now
capable.
apparently they're using that as, they called that training, and then now they're taking back that it's not training, so now they're just all big fucking hypocrites.
Also,
Christ.
David suggested
it's
talking
not?
to him again, just so you can get his point of view and not my botched version.
So
So. For that training. So, the general gist of the basis, I get why they're doing that. Like, just from hearing of it, is like. You're more likely to get further if you're in a life or death situation, if you survive. Yeah. If they were just killing people off willy-nilly, like just bang, I would understand, like, that's nothing. That's just bad. But then again, yes,
Then
the
what's
whole
the whole
going back and not
point?
remembering the training whatsoever
Exactly.
is. Yeah, it's just a waste of time.
It's that they
in a
opened
sense,
it to
like-
people that didn't know what the hell was going on. That's it. I went in there knowing what they all have to deal with, and I wanted to believe in
Then why
myself.
did they advertise that it's for everyone, and then it's for training?
Talk to David again. I'm gonna keep pushing that because I don't know.
So
Would you like a paranoid thought?
One.
go for it. I'm game.
So, what if the deaths are them collecting the energy that you've just
Oh my god.
basically gained while you were there?
Are you
So they're just
suggesting
collecting
harmless
energy.
entropy?
Yeah, I'm what is paranoia? Is what if they're doing that? What if they're trying to power
I'll
something? Or
humor
what if
that,
they're
and if
doing
that's the
something?
case, that is even more of a reason to destroy.
Can we not? Can we just not
But
do
I say,
conspiracy?
look,
The world
I
is
don't
flat.
believe that
I'm
that is
not-
that.
The
Let's
entire
not.
me is conspiracy
The
theory.
world's flat, you're right.
That's why I asked if you wanted a
Alright.
paranoid thought.
I know, but now I'm like,
Yes.
we're starting to.
So
We're off the fucking
I'm going to
rails.
say no. I don't think they're trying to do anything
We're always
like
gonna be off
that.
the
I
rails.
think they're genuinely, with the best intent in the world, trying to prepare what they're trying to prepare people. Oh my god, my hips. Okay, there we go. I think they are genuinely trying to prepare people for throwing them into quite possibly one of the more dangerous realms between realms. And all that.
Riza
I
explained it as
don't-
they didn't want to watch people actually die. Because they would have to
Well,
outlive
yeah,
them.
no. That's not my point.
But doing it this way is not training.
I agree, talk to David.
That's
The wording is awful.
okay. Oh great. No, I'm
Oh my
okay.
fucking god.
Tell you what, how's about instead of saying talk to David, just let us finish what we're trying to say, so that we can then sort of actually explore this originally. Because part of me is now just thinking, part of us, I mean, I'm sort of thinking, do I really want to spend time at Heaven's Reach anymore?
That's
And
what they said, they
that's
don't give a
complete-
shit.
I know. And I think that's probably going to be the big thing, is that we have the option of walking away. We have the option of walking away. That has always been on the table.
Bro, I'm gonna go fucking buy a dog.
They don't give a shit about other
You
people.
have a fucking dog.
Then that proves the point. Then they don't give a shit about any of us. Any people who's living
They
in
don't-
just a normal everyday
Well,
apartment. Especially when after they figure out what the fuck they do up there, then they come back here. And they go through Severa, as you said they are.
I wish...
You see my point, Himsky?
I see your point, and I also wish,
Like I said
wish
before,
David was
though,
here to
like-
defend himself. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, like, it's okay. Like, Aries and Hicks, though, they know not to, like, mess with they either, anyways. Like, a lot of the people there, if they've been through here, know not to fuck around here. That we like to handle stuff ourselves, so it's not really that...
We're also...
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm
It's-
not talking about just
not-
here.
We're shitting on a bunch of people that
The-
aren't even here to defend themselves. It's just exaggerating the situation. Talk to the people there too.
So, I think first things
John was
first.
gonna say something.
Oh, yeah, go on. No, first things first, it's not just about the fact about whether or not they're here. It's, for example, on the streets of Marketplace, or in Market District, I've seen some of them, and I've seen some of them go ham.
This has always been an issue. It's not just Heaven's Reach.
And this is making
Yes.
it worse.
No, but, no, I'm not saying we shit on Heaven's Reach. I'm saying we could use Heaven's Reach to actually train them to be better.
A solution.
Like, actually,
I was actually thinking earlier, this is stupid. We could make like a little dojo. The big
I-
red dog there.
right. Genuinely, I think the biggest thing that people don't realize is that their abilities damage everything. Not just the person in front of them, but everything around them. Everything that their abilities touch can potentially get destroyed. Any person that their abilities can touch can get killed, maimed, or mutilated beyond recognition.
I
And
agree.
I just don't think that. But I know the issue is that they are in a safe place where they can hone their abilities, but not actually understand the true extent of what their abilities can cause. And
I
this-
agree.
It has always been my big thing. I want them to understand restraint. It's not about it's not being able to overpower every obstacle in the mountain, or It's being able to use just enough power that you don't trample the mountain into dust in the meantime.
I agree. I would
And did
also
you want
like
to sit down? I can move over.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
I would also like to say
Sorry,
the
go
way
ahead.
you approach these people with those statements has to be calm. Because if you approach them aggressively, they'll take offense, they'll lash out, they'll be annoyed. As someone who has yelled at those motherfuckers, I know
They don't
they
deserve
Oh,
feel
yeah,
that.
any of
also-
that power.
No one deserves power.
Athena electrocuted me because I had the audacity to use a folding chair.
In a duel?
No, just sitting on a chair and saying like, yeah, this is actually a weapon that I use. So,
Proves my point.
so ultimately, Athena isn't winning any brownie points on my end, but then again, I didn't really expect much anyways. Like any other person, I would have just thought, yeah, they could just laugh it off. But no. And now I'm just thinking maybe it probably is best that some days I try elsewhere. I mean, if there's nothing else on Monday, then probably will, but there's only so much. There's only so much, really. Like, it's either we figure out a way to, well, get everyone on the same page.
Aiden, what the fuck are you doing?
What?
You need to calm down.
Yeah, I don't
Trying
think you
as hard as
can.
I can.
So, yeah.
Probably
Try
shouldn't
harder.
have sat on this side of him then. Huh?
Yeah, probably not the best idea.
I'll be fine. I trust Aiden. Okay, so what is
Not gonna hurt anyone.
what is the point of discussing this? Like, what was the
Bruh, it's...
issue to be handled?
The issue is that they don't want to be there, so don't be there.
Okay.
That's not solving the issue.
There is no solving this issue. This issue is broad.
Okay. Right.
Unless we help them.
I'm going to be mediating.
Which I agree with Toronto on.
I'm going to be mediating. I'm going to point at someone and say, I'm going to ask them what they think the issue is and what they think the solution is. Hansky.
Talking to them and trying to make sure that they are aware of all the issues that we are currently talking about, which is wording on the
Okay.
fucking training, the assessment fucking gate, what the fucking place, the purpose of the place is, which is going into the in-between. Setting aside some time to focus on mind, body, spirit, instead of just rushing into fucking combat. That is not how you get by. Making sure that people are safe because people are controlling themselves, making sure they work together, making sure that they are aware of fucking disaster that could come at any time and split you all up. They need to focus on every fucking angle. And if you don't go there and tell them that, then it's just another fucking hellhole that all the shit blows up at. And then they come here. We can't stop them. So either we talk to them or
Okay.
we don't.
All right. Skipper, what do you think the issue is, and how do you think we can solve it?
Oh, I feel like right now it's a lot of hypotheticals, but like I totally also at the same time get it. Like, oh god, I'm saying like so many times. Oh, I feel put on the spot. Okay,
Say like as many times as you'd like.
thank you. I can see a point of view that it could obviously be that they learn some unconscious lesson about death and stuff, and it is kind of rough as a training, and the wording definitely wasn't good. But there is to some point that yeah, maybe the only real solution is talking to them about it and stuff, because otherwise we are kind of just talking around in circles about it, and maybe this doesn't teach them that. We don't know. It could be unconscious, but it could be something that they're conscious of and try not to think about. I guess I'm a little bit on the fence over it all, where part of me is like, no, that could be a problem. The other part of me is like, but I don't know if it is or not. It definitely has the potential to be, but I don't, it hasn't been evidenced yet, I guess. But I think there's some level of use of nipping problems in the bud before they flower. So I think that I would agree with Hamsky where talking to them would be the better option. Sorry for the
Okay.
ramble.
No, you're good. Aiden,
The
what do you
issue
think the
is
problem
that
is?
place
And
breeds
your solution.
the wrong ideals and lessons that people are taking away. The fact that lives don't matter. As much as they say and they're claiming, oh, that's not the case, it is. They can't see the fact that what they're doing is actively hurting themselves and others. And the fact that if they can't even see that, how can we trust them and rely on them to quote-unquote save the universe, or whatever, if they're gonna just decide, oh, let's go down to Zephyra, oh, there's a crime happening, let's fight the bad guys, they use their hyper beam or whatever and blow up the entire block. Which they have, and they do, all the time.
And the solution?
And the solution, honestly, either lock them away in their Heaven's Reach and the in-between because they want to save the universe. So it should come with the responsibilities of it as well. And keeping themselves out of the streets where they can hurt people.
Shen, what do you think
I
the
don't
problem
know,
is?
I'm
And what's the
bullshit.
exactly like you are a fresh person. Like Skip
So
has
I'm
only
gonna,
just been there
I'm
for the
gonna
first time.
hit you with
You're
a
completely-
point. So even if they have the right ideals battered into them, even if they're the most wholesome person that
Yeah,
you
that's
know,
always been a
someone who
Mimic
helps
issue.
people constantly, saves people, even if they have just so much experience under their belt, all it takes is one bad day, and then we have a Slade.
Exactly.
Exactly.
I think we can all
Because
agree
all of
on
them are
that.
capable of it, and more. Imagine if David or hell, imagine if Riza had one bad day, didn't like Zephyra.
I mean, we've already had
Then
an
she becomes
Athena.
an active threat. Exactly. What if Athena gets the same idea again?
Why are we focused on...
So,
Okay.
before we go, my point didn't exactly hit on anything other than, well, they're powerful, anything can happen. There is legitimately nothing I think that we can do other than, I don't know, like talking to them. Yeah, sure, we'll get their point of view, we'll get their side. It's not going to fix anything. They're not going to lock themselves away. They're not going to hide themselves away. we can't do anything about it. We can't force them to do that because from what they've said, they don't care if people come in. They don't care what other people's opinions on it are. They're gonna do what they want. They come back to Zafira and they start big dicking, slinging around. There's nothing we can do. We just have to hope that one of them has some sort of semblance of humanity and justice, that they'll stop the others from blowing up city blocks. We have to hope that they will somehow learn restraint, because they've lived for so long with this power. All of them, they've had this power for so long. They've been through every situation they could possibly have gone through, doing this exact same shit. They know what their power does. They know the collateral. They just don't care. Or they'll care afterwards and be like, oh no, oh no. It doesn't matter if you tell them about the collateral or talk to them about the collateral. They're not going to learn it until it clicks for them. We can't stop that. There's nothing we can do. We are powerless in this situation. Talking to them and getting their side, clearing everything out, so we know for sure what is happening, what they're doing, why they're doing it, and that's that. Any sort of discussion can happen afterwards, but what is there to discuss? They're not going to listen, and they're not going to care. They never do.
Some of
Can I say
them
one thing
do.
before Toronto, you say your piece?
Yeah.
That's okay. It's also the problem too that like it's not like Heaven's Reach is the only place where there are powerful people. It's a small pool of a bigger pool. So a lot of these problems are just problems
Scattered
in general with a bunch of
everywhere.
powerful people and stuff that are everywhere. Yeah. So that's one issue with that, I guess, is that we can't just treat like if we lock off Heaven's Reach, we'll never have a problem with a powerful person again, because it's not how that works.
Well,
The issue with Heaven's Reach is the
It's
fact that it's
still-
breeding those bad ideals. If you teach people restraint, if you teach people
Sorry, Josh.
Can I?
anything,
Yeah, like, it's my
That's
turn to
fine.
have the talking stick.
Sorry, Toronto. I asked for the talking stick first, but you.
Yeah. Okay,
There
thank
you go.
you. Right.
Fuck the. I want
My
donuts.
Biggest. Okay, great. You can shut up and wait until after I've
Order
had
it.
my say. Sit down. Okay.
We've already
Two
seen that.
My-
minutes is dead. Alright, go.
My biggest concern is that genuinely people are learning about their powers and getting more and more powerful, and they're creeping in power more so than they need to, which I don't know about whatever their end of the world threats they're having to deal with. But my genuine concern is that they're going to use that on everything because they haven't been taught to sort of pull back. And they aren't getting the training on, hey, situation, you've got, you want to defeat this guy, but oh look, there's an orphanage right next to him. How do you deal with the guy without causing collateral damage? I want people to be made aware of situations that require more tact, something that you can't just sort of slam down. And I think they also need to learn how to resolve issues not with violence.
Hamster just wants a normal
sure,
life.
if they're going into the in-between, then probably they're only going to need violence, because I don't know what they're going to do. But if there's a sentient other soul out there who's wanting, yo, hey, we can talk it out, we can negotiate, and then they're just faced with 5 angry dudes who only know how to kill. I want their training, because also it's in the name. They're champions. They're supposed to be champions, or at least the people training under the champions want to be champions themselves. And here's a confession. I kind of want to be one as well. And well, I'm just seeing people who are wanting to be champions, and all they're learning is to fight and fight and fight, and maybe dodge traps. But being a champion isn't just being able to fight good. It's being
My
able to
trackers are all
do-
dying. If you want to come, you
what's
can.
it?
If it makes sense.
Genuinely trying to make the world around them a better place. And that's what
That
it means to be a
depends.
champion.
What is
For
their
me-
definition of champion?
For me, I think if they're just being a champion of the gladiator ring, then yeah, they can just kill as many people as they
I'm
need.
literally swapping
But
cables
if
right
they're
now.
trying to be champions of the universe,
There,
the universe
if I
covers
could,
a wide array of things.
if I can give my knowledge of the tower is a place where they were offered a wish at the end. If they managed to fight their way up. I think some of them started not knowing exactly what that all meant. And I think now, even less so, the older champions have drifted off, and the current
That's-
champions have their own
and-
things, and they've gained life and social lives and friends and family, and they're not the issue. I don't think Ares and
No,
Higgs
the
are
champions.
putting anybody in danger. I think the others are. And
The
David's not
champions
either.
aren't the issue. It's the aspirants. Because the aspirants think, oh hey, in order to be a champion, they need to be strong. And well, yes, obviously, but there's more to being
Being
a
strong.
champion of the universe than being strong. If the objective was to get to the top of the tower, just to get a wish, then great, fantastic. I wish them all the best luck of murdering as much stuff, and then what was it? Having to murder each other if they want to have their wish. Now I know it's not so simple anymore. Now there's actually a motive for them to actually work together. And that's better than the original thing. That's better than the original situation, were it not for the whole, reality stuff. But, yeah.
Shen's raising his hand.
It's the best way then. I'm just thinking to deal with them all is to figure out their weakness and make a contingency plan.
That is not.
I mean, yeah, that's one.
That's my
But how
guess.
are we gonna find a contingency plan for every single motherfucker that's ever got powers?
Pretty easily.
It's gonna be a long list.
What do you mean pretty easily?
I can tell you every contingency plan that I have for everyone in the Mirak.
Oh my fucking god.
Same.
Yeah, he's got a plan to
What's your
kill
contingency
everyone.
plan for me?
Electricity. It doesn't harm your chassis, but if I
Yeah.
do enough in the stomach area,
Okay,
the wiring will fuck you
I
up.
I'll
I
either
don't
confirm or
want
deny
to
that.
have a plan to kill everyone I meet, though.
Zach,
Well, because
I
the reason why
genuinely
I say
want
this,
grassroots change.
I
Is-
want that too. I think that is the better option.
it's not even just not trusting them. What if something happened to them, to their mind? What if they get mind controlled, or what if something takes over their body or
Power of
something?
friendship, and then also contingency plan, but also try power of friendship first. Actually, you know what? If there's collateral damage, do the contingency plan, but not so much that they actually die.
Mm-hmm.
But if
Contingency
you
Shen-
get
plan
mind
and then
controlled,
power of friendship.
and then you
Shen's been
contingency
trying to
plan
talk
everybody.
this whole time.
Sorry.
You know what?
I would
Talking
like the
stick,
talking
there you
drink.
go.
Give me the talking drink. There we go.
That fucker.
Alright, I've got the talking drink.
Talking drink. I actually
Let me
like
take a
that.
swig of
So
it, I
put
saw
it in the
that.
hole. Oh, yeah. Okay, so if they are this is going back a while ago, because I had my hand up a while ago. So keep the points that you were about to say in mind. Don't forget them. If they are the champions of the universe, that's an even worse situation. Because they need to have the universe in mind. So a couple hundred people from here, if it means that they can save everyone else, they're probably going to do it. And there's nothing we can do about it, because that is legitimately what is right. It sucks, but if it saves everyone else, they would do that if they are the champions of the universe, if that's what they're calling themselves.
It's
So
a
collateral
term that
damage
was
might
given
not
to
mean as
them
much.
from others.
It's given to them, okay. So it's not something that they do use themselves.
I think so.
Well, they use it now.
Okay.
And now they're trying to the tower is like something separate now, kind of. They're trying to fix a
Yeah.
problem with the in between, which is connected. I can't
I'm just
talk
making
now.
a point on the
not
whole
this
universe
topic.
saving thing, because that's... Yeah.
It is major. This whole conversation is mostly just what we've been dealing with for 3 years, where people come into the street and they blow shit up. That's literally,
Yeah.
and that is always
There's
going to be a
nothing we can do
problem.
about it.
And the best option for me is talking to them. If you think a contingency plan for every
Oh,
single
fuck.
one of them is a good
One of the big
idea,
fox is here. Quick, we've
I
got to
trust
run.
him.
He's too
I
powerful.
trust him.
We've got to defend ourselves.
We can talk to him. Just say
he's
the
been a
real
presence.
things.
I'm too tired
so
to.
powerful. Oh my god. Oh.
I'm accepting my death.
Alright,
Again.
so
We're talking
Aye.
shit.
Oh my god.
Sit down.
Man, cover up.
congratulations, you are now the representative of the legendary Warriors of Destiny. Sit your ass down.
We're talking about power and how we could all die, and how Heaven's Reach kind of teaches you to get it quickly so that you can save the universe. But it's bad for us at the end because they're going to blow up the street. Because they're not thinking about body,
So
mind, and
before
soul. They're thinking about power.
Before that, can we back it up a bit? You cleaned up nicely. This is nice. I ain't seen this yet. I've been busy.
Yeah.
Actually,
Is it clean
you just
now?
made that cleaner. That's what they just spat on cleaner, because that is kind of...
Okay.
Yeah.
did
All
brush
right,
my
back to the
teeth this morning.
representationing of the what? One more time again. We're talking about how people grab power and shit.
Yeah, okay, so we've come to a bit of a realization, and each of us have a bit of a different angle of what we aren't so keen on with how Heaven's Reach is at the moment. For example, I'm seeing that people are learning bad habits, and the way that the death system works, of they forget that they died, is just reinforcing the bad habit of if they survive, they keep doing it. If they fuck up, they don't remember, so they keep doing it. So that has been the big thing on my mind. That is the big angle there. And
I
that
ordered
is
donuts. Did you get them?
where
No, I didn't see no one.
Say
I came from
Tuesday.
the Garden District teleporter.
Sorry.
and
Go on.
and from that basis, it's then stemmed into a few different arguments as to what people are worried about, and then what people are fearing the ultimate resolution would be.
I can tell you what I've seen in the past and tell you how that might add up to how things go today.
Well, yeah. Tell you what. Take the coffee can. You have the talking can.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Cool.
All right.
All right. So
We're doing this.
I can tell you consequences, and I can tell you a whole bunch of shit. The first person that comes to mind is Maxine, Ares' kid. She is a bundle of work. I'll tell you that much. It's actually as bad. Unfortunately, I actually, you saw this too. Maxine was like, I want to learn chi from and whatnot. I said, no, you don't need to learn chi. You need to figure out what the fuck you're dealing with first. You have a lot going on with you. You got to figure that shit out first.
I also
that's
said
number
the
one.
same
That's
thing.
always number one.
I told her in the comms that she needs to focus on herself because chi is not about gaining an ability. It's about gaining yourself, kind of.
Right, exactly.
Mind.
Yeah, so, and it comes down to that too. There are a lot of people like Maxine, unfortunately, and that's just how it is. A lot of them, nature takes its course. For
We're
a lot
having
of
a
them. Some of
debate
them just die.
about power.
You don't see them ever. And that's just kind of the one thing for it. Yeah, do they create problems? Oh fuck yeah, they do. Maxine can't go into Dragonspire's warrens, for example. I banned her from doing it because she was gonna get someone killed. She there's a shit around. I don't know if it's been seen down here at all. I have no idea because I ain't been down here for too long. So I live in Orlando for the most part. There's this shit around Dragonspire called the Madness. That comes from the thing. It's some nasty shit. Nasty shit. There was a rule that we had. It was kind of unspoken. But so it's kind of an unspoken rule that afterwards you'd go get cleansed from it. Fable had a service that he did where he would rip it out of you effectively, right? Rip the madness out. It was just kind of one of those things that happened. Maxine didn't do that. Actually, a handful of people haven't done that, and that's a problem. That's going against that is them actively deciding to become a threat, one way or another, because they'll make crazy decisions after that. They may even spread it to other people. So yeah, no, it's fucked up. Unfortunately, there are a lot of the people like that. A lot of people who don't take responsibility for their actions when it comes to things like that. Some places like Dragonspire. Hell, I can say Dragonspire does it. Dragonspire, Heaven's Reach, Red Wilds. Oh God, what else? Misty Shore used to be like that, I think. Where else? What else has been cropping up over the years that I've been to? There are some groups like Iron Grip, I guess, that could nurture something like that too. There's a lot of places that aren't here, where there would be a lot of that. Yeah. But I will say, at least as time passes and as that person spends time, as they figure shit out, a lot of times the mistakes they made just fall onto them and their loved ones, their close family. They may take really heavy injuries. People may, their family, they may die because of what they do. I like to think they learn. Hopefully. Time has that way of giving proper experience and wisdom.
Okay.
Thanks.
I'm gonna say pass it to Skipper next.
Well, why me?
Because you're the first timer to Heaven's Reach, and you're like
everyone reaching.
I kind of want to hear what your take on all this is.
I don't know. I didn't like dying and then it being like, oh, another person died. But I guess it makes sense if if it's just like, another day, 5 people have died. I don't know.
To be fair, no one.
It's horrible, but good to
cup.
hear. It's horrible, but good to hear that usually if somebody that is very powerful fucks up, it usually bounces back to them, because hopefully that teaches them something. So I feel bad for their families and stuff, but hopefully they beat some sense into them. I don't know. I think other people can describe some of the conundrum that's occurring right now better than I can. I don't know. I feel a bit betrayed by the...
Oh, they're reaching for the cup.
I feel a bit betrayed by the wording of it being training, but that's okay, that's it. And that's honestly just a wording mishap. I'm not super upset.
Right.
Okay.
My issue with it all is the fact that just the premise of, oh hey, you die, you lose everything. You lose all your memories and everything of the time. That breeds, you learn nothing from it. And so, that in itself, I don't think is a good thing. But that's kind of besides the point right now. That is can be worked around. You could actually teach people without having to deal with that. That's not the issue. And then the issue comes is when they say, oh, let's do training and try to teach people. And people start fucking up and going all out and hurting and killing people. And they don't think anything of it. And then
I did that.
people talk because they messed up to David. And David says, okay, everyone, death is actually a big thing. Don't just throw it away. And then the same day, throws everyone into a killer death maze where a lot of people died. Like it was nothing. Am I the only one that sees the hypocrisy in that? And if that's David, the one who's supposed to be teaching everyone, and apparently it's not even teaching, they lied to everyone, saying that that is a more of a, oh, who's good enough and who's not good enough. That even makes him a hypocrite. Makes it even worse.
Again, with the wording,
And
I
now
would
that
rather
person,
have
and now all of them,
He's got the
I'm
talking
speaking, and now all those people are now training people like Maxine that, oh yeah, death is fine. Oh, it's just another Tuesday or Sunday. And then when they, everyone will finish whatever they're training and whatever happens, they just come to Zephyra. And more often than not, when they go help, like, oh hey, the demon outbreak that Slade caused, they're going to use a huge attack that destroys a building. And everyone who is still trying to hide and staying in there has now crushed to death. And that's happened over and over and over again. But and that's a separate issue, but that, going back to Heaven's Reach, that's now breeding that issue. Of death means nothing. And that's the problem I have with it.
Okay. Now, Shen, do you want to take it next, or I'd actually like to see what Higgs responds to that with?
I don't got none.
Okay, pass it to Higgs.
MK, you want to be saying anything? You were talking.
I would like to buy a dog and have a normal life and not sit around talking about Heaven's Reach.
Okay, alright.
Excellent point. Real as fuck, by the way. Yeah, no, you're kind of right, and I actually think you are mostly on the dot. There's one thing though that I want to add a little bit of clarification to. Something that I don't think is mentioned, and something that I think everyone should keep in mind about it. And unfortunately, some people can't keep that in mind. I think that's kind of part of the reason too. While you're in Heaven's Reach, while you're doing that, it's not exactly, I guess the right way of saying it would be a free service in a sense. You're being evaluated. While you're there, you are going, you're being effectively, because like the whole thing is like you go there, if you want to be at Heaven's Reach, you're there because you might want to help, that kind of thing, or you're doing that. I would highly suggest, if you are there to just regularly train, stay out of Demon's Bane. I think it's what's called Demon's Bane. Yeah. I would highly suggest that. Maybe the first one would probably be okay, unless there's been any major changes. But at root, it's supposed to be a simulation. Well, it isn't just a simulation. It is in the actual in-between, where it's an area that Riza simulates things. The in-between is nasty. It is nasty. I don't touch it. I try not to actively touch it. Today, when we went in, and when we got sprung on that, I was in the same boat too. I was pissed. I was gonna come out swinging on David. I really was. I was so angry.
I almost stabbed him.
Yeah, I wasn't happy at all whatsoever. Because I felt like I was just kind of lied to. And then I thought about it. I thought about it.
This is just our training scenario we did a while back, and David's making that huge mistake. Along with Riza.
God, what? Oh,
To-
what with Rogue? Yeah.
live
finish my
action
thoughts
training,
on that, though.
so.
Effectively. Should a lot of people have gone into it? No. I don't think so. I think that was afterwards, after seeing that, after I had time to collect my thoughts, I don't think it should have been presented maybe in the way that it was. I know Riza. I trust Riza, but I trust Riza to do what she's going to do. Riza's end objective is to train champions and to bring people and to prepare people for the tower. That's what her purpose is. She's the warden of the tower. And she's a very lovely lady, don't get me wrong. And at the current moment we see eye to eye, but make no illusion that that's not what her goal is to do. On top of that, David as well, he's consigned himself to making the hard decisions to make. He's consigned himself to during tower training, we had Esso train us from Aegis. He was cruel. He nearly killed me at one point. I nearly died. In one go. And that wasn't just the only thing either, too. It was a lot. We did training for hours and hours, nearly killing us almost every week. It was hell. It was fucking terrible. And David has kind of been, I guess, forced in a way to take that role. Because Riza she wants people to be 100% prepared for what's happening. Now, that doesn't exactly answer your question fully, but there's a little bit of a hindsight, there's a little bit of an outside perspective on it. Additionally, as well, today I feel like it was a statement that was meant to be said. It was meant to show how dangerous this is. The whole death thing, too. When we were going into that maze and everything, and I told everyone, I was like, hey, I'm going to try to get all of you out. This is going to, like, I'm going to treat this like if this is as real as possible, and I'm going to try to get all of you to leave alive. That was the goal. The moment that bongo hit, my head flew off my shoulders. I was fucked. There was nothing that I could do about that. And I accepted that, I guess, in a way. I felt responsible for. I still do a little bit. When I saw Skipper die, and I heard that a lot of you did die as well, I took that hard. I took that really hard. That made me feel like a way that I ain't felt in a while, probably ever since the outbreak. Because that was shitty. That was fucking terrible. But I got the message that David was trying to show. This is real, is what what David and Riza are trying to say. This is how it is. And sure, maybe we should keep our memories for it. I think that's a fair point. Or perhaps the reason why it isn't shown is because I think I said this earlier too. It's fear of the unknown. They want to keep that fear, that expectation, that intensity there. Because I saw DT go win, and I heard Mitsu got killed, just like liquefied, and other things like that. People need to take that shit seriously. Like really take that seriously. I have never died once at Heaven's Reach, not once. Because I keep myself to a layer of expectation. Because to be honest with you, I have an empathy link with my wife. She's connected to me at a level that if I die, I take her with me. So every action that I take, I make sure that it is doubled and thoughtful on what it is. Because if I fuck up and I die, she's going with me.
I mean,
I can't
I think everyone knows.
Well, I wouldn't be able to
knows this
myself,
now.
but I can't fathom that. So
It's not like
I think that's part
Riza's
of it.
fault.
I think it's part of it is
it's just
in
time.
a sense, yeah, sure. It does definitely breed that kind of attitude. If someone looks at death like that, I also think though, if someone looks at death like that, that they're a goddamn psychopath and shouldn't be involved with this shit to begin with. And maybe if that's how they do act, maybe that's part of the trial too, in a sense. When you're being evaluated while you're there, if you treat it like that, you treat death in that fashion, you're not going anywhere. You're not helping the champions at all whatsoever. You're a fucking hindrance, and you're a scumbag. I know for a lot of people, death is a fucking joke, especially in the groups that I'm in. There's a lot of people that die and they come back and they're like, "Oh, I died," you know, and shit like that. No, they didn't die. They took a brief vacation. Death is final. Death is real. Death is what happens to Slade. That's death. That's the kind of thing you don't come back from.
Hello?
I don't know if that
Hyper Donut?
Hyper
Donuts.
donut? Why are you looking like a Halo character? Give me the donuts.
What? Shut up, it's dangerous down here, bitch. What the fuck? Pay me.
It's not that fucking dangerous. We've made it way safer.
Yeah, it is.
Oh no, it's pretty fucking dangerous.
Take
I
it.
have to come in from out of your stupid bubble.
Take the fucking money. Jesus Christ. Halo looking ass.
Are you
Thank you.
bullying minimum wage workers, Hamsky?
What? It's cute. Shut
Yeah,
up.
what the fuck, Hamsky?
Sorry,
I also
fuck,
harass
hold on.
subway
Here's
workers, to
another
be fair,
40
though, because they
credits.
don't like to take
I'm
my
sorry.
coupons.
Oh shit, thanks.
Wait,
Yeah.
you're wearing the top
Sorry.
armor and you've got
Alright, thanks for
the armor on the
ordering.
bottom.
Have a good day.
Hey, no problem. Damn, look
Bye.
badass.
I'm married, I can't. Sorry.
You know what? I don't care.
All right.
Yeah.
I hope that was
Okay.
comprehensive a little bit, because I think about this shit a lot.
So,
And I think part of it is also too the whole thing about the people going around, and if they end up actually doing that, that's fucked up. That's really fucked up. I don't like people like that.
And then my
That's-
issue is, after everything, they've been trained and everything. What's just gonna stop them from blowing up a building? And they're
That's
trying
true,
to kill an
after-
enemy in the middle of the street.
After
What happens
everything,
after?
when they.
It seems like they're not. Sure, they're focused on quote unquote saving the in between and all that or whatever, but they're not focusing on the after as well.
I think that's true.
Um,
David actually
Actions
said
have
to me-
consequences. I will say that. There's always a bigger fish.
David actually
People have
said
been
to
also-
me that
Go.
they're not training
But
slowly,
they were
they're
talking-
training quickly,
I'm cocking them.
which is
Okay.
not a good idea.
so, okay. I'll put it in reach of you
I might
if
have
you want to
botched.
take the can, but I think really what would make me feel most happy about it is that if the, well, not the champions, but the aspirants, they need to learn about how to handle things afterwards. Like I'm going to go back to the pushing of simulating environments outside of the in-between, because what if they have to do something in the outside of the in-between? Like, what if their business with that appears elsewhere? Like,
True.
you know, because they can't just go full blast there, because it's in the middle of somewhere. It's in the middle of a town, or like, oh, maybe they've done it in a museum somewhere. It's like, oh no, all the precious whatever the fucks, I don't know. Or maybe, oh yeah, it's in the middle of a children's park. They can't go full ham because
Thank you, Teddy. Are you not coming in as lawyer?
civilians.
You're
There's,
not in the VR just to do that?
and I think that's one of the biggest thing that I would say would sort of be a wrap up of everything that I want, is for them to learn that their power isn't just going to affect isn't just going to be affecting what they're fighting. It's going to affect everything around them. And if they get training to see how what they're doing affects everything around them, then I think that's just going to be, well, genuinely training them from the ground up to be better people. Like, not just being able to kill things, but actually defeat things with the appropriate amount of force, not causing as much damage, not causing as much unwanted attention,
not getting negative press, etc., etc., not going into McDonald's and then having some random person say, hey, that's the knobhead who blew up my aunt's house. And that's kind of what I want. That is my proposed solution, is just genuinely train them in scenarios where they can't use full force. Where if they do use full force, then they will be invoking more disastrous effects than whatever their fighting would be. Okay, right, here you go. There you go.
Okay, so 2 things. Firstly, this is kind of my opinion of it, and I don't think a lot of people are going to share that. At least, well, maybe people will share that, but I have no idea. I don't think Heaven's Reach is a place where people who are fucking like beginning, like fucking like straight out of the fucking isekai fucking come in, you know, and to fucking be like, I'm gonna train to be the strongest there is. That's fucking stupid. Why would you do that shit? Why would you do that? Just fucking that is goofy as hell. And I think that is probably something that people should probably try to moderate more. And that's kind of what the vouching system is, I guess, in that sense. It kind of helps limit that a little bit. Now, does it get everyone? No, it doesn't get everyone, unfortunately, but it helps a bit. I also like to believe it being inside of Dragonspire helps a little bit too, because I actively like to become a trusted member of Dragonspire, you have to go through like a trial system of various tests. Everyone, he's a battle master there, to make sure that they are competent fighters, you know, and that kind of thing. Like they aren't going to just go down and die.
Yeah. What is happening, bro?
So that's the first thing. Truck through, but yeah, no, that's it. Just offhand stuff. Continue.
So there's that, and then there is also like the expectation. Again, it comes to the expectation of power and like, you know, how to act and whatnot. I remember when, oh my god, I remember a lot of these people kind of come here and they hear whispers. I think they hear whispers of like of Zaris, you know, the church on the hill. They hear the whispers of the sisterhood. They hear whispers of the Plague Lord, of Yarrow, of the Forsaken. They hear all this shit and they're like, oh fuck yeah, you know, I'm, you know, glory and all that shit. That's
His update was awesome.
I got through. Going to be a problem. And I think it kind of comes back to the
Hamsky
whole thing
went through all
where
people
was
worried about
might still do it. People don't know how to control their power. And that is a problem. God knows I was. Throwback to a year ago, when I was fighting Gormunder in the street, and Gormunder and I punched each other so goddamn hard that it cracked the windows. I think.
Yeah.
On like the second or third story.
Prick.
Yeah.
Prick.
I can't do that shit anymore. Because I know like how bad it was. I was like that at one point. I wasn't as bad as like letting people die, kind of bad, but I didn't know any better at the time. I'm also put it also very bluntly. I'm an alien. I'm not from Earth. And so some of it's a cultural thing, but also I think a lot of it is too is just an experience thing. And it comes down to people taking actions for their you know, taking consequences. That's the thing too. Ironically enough, when I basically said, Maxine, no, you're done. You're not going into Dragonspire, I've seen a net positive from Maxine. Has it been totally there? No, not really. I hadn't seen too much, but when people are like, oh shit, I'm kind of fucked up right now, and they have to pay for their action. You know, when people get fucking bounties put up on them, you know, through ZM, you know, through Galdir and through Guardian and shit like that, and other things like that. There used to be a heavy bounty board in a place. There's a lot of activity there, from a place called Valor, up north, I think, something like that, northeast. And there was a lot of bounties that come through. Basically, if someone wronged someone in some fashion, they'd get a bounty put up. It was fucking chaos. I remember that shit. But people will get their consequences if it happens. It will happen one way or another. I guarantee it. Nowadays, people don't take that shit. Nowadays, people don't take it. Will it still happen? probably. But unfortunately, there's no way to really rectify an action that hasn't happened yet. If people, I urge people, and I try to promote this at Dragonspire possible, I urge people to try to take care of themselves, you know, to do that and whatnot. But now that, you know, there's some places that actually teach this kind of shit, like, guilds like Red Wild and things like that. I have people go around and, you know, check up on the places if I can, to find out if people are actually, you know, doing that. I think also, if it wasn't for people like Athena, people like Slade, and a lot of that, we wouldn't be reminded. And people who are higher up there, you know, people who are stronger, people who have that. I want to remind you all that Slade was just a guy with a gun. Really. He just had armor. Sure, he had like little extra little tidbits, and he was, you know, I think a Night Sentinel was the word, and everything else like that. And he had all that shit, but he was just a guy with a gun. Athena was just a lightning fish who got too angry.
Oh, Athena is more than just
They're
a
fairly
lightning fish.
I guess, but in the context of what it is, though, and I'm not trying to like undermine really who Slade and who Athena is entirely either, but I would say Athena, to a sense, has gotten her consequences. Maybe she has more down the road, and maybe she might not be able to escape from some of them. Some of them are maybe there for the rest of her life. Slade, he got the ultimate consequence. People, when they do it, there was an instance as well. Someone during when Gregor was around, someone used some kind of ability or something like that, and it destroyed an apartment building in Zafira. They got a bounty on their head or something like that. It was shit. A lot of times, oh, here's a good one too. I don't know if it's a consequence, so to say. My friend Davi, I have a statue of him in the Hall of Heroes. He was a good man, probably the kindest man I knew. And I found out that one day when in the fighting, this was right before the Forsaken became such a big deal. He knocked down a fucking whole ass apartment building. I don't know how many people he killed, but he knocked down a whole ass building in a garden, I believe, to slow down a lot of units, and there was a lot of really bad things. He just a few weeks after that, he went hollow. His race of folks, they don't die, they just lose themselves. And I think that was the last thing that killed him, to be honest with you, is because I don't think he knew how many people were in that building. When he found out, he paid his price with his life. And now he is a horrifying monster. Oh, his body is a horrifying monster who I have to figure out how to seal him away forever. There's a lot of shitty shit, I guess, in a sense. But, consequences exist. I'm sure they do. I have to hope they do.
It's just when they hit.
Yeah, when they hit. I took a jelly filled, by the way.
Okay.
I can cash app you the money for the donut if you want.
My abs! There's sprinkles all over them!
You're supposed to catch, bro. I thought you were better than that.
Why would I catch?
You could have
It's
just
funny
let that
this
shit
way.
happen.
It's called hand-eye coordination. All right, I got this. Hit it with Anthony Hamsky. Okay. Nope.
Get it underhanded, bro.
I have 9 eyes. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know why I was
All right.
expecting that.
Here, you can have one crotch donut.
Could I get one?
Crotch donut.
Take it out of your hand and then throw it back at you.
I hope that helps, though. At least in the sense of like how other things are. I'm not gonna pretend like I'm a Zafira City, you know, local or anything like that. I live in Orlando, so I'm in the fucking suburbs. So
We
you
have
know,
donuts.
very different lives than what you guys live.
Yeah. No.
Quick,
I just
donut.
woke up.
Ah, I just hit you in the tits with a donut, I think. Oh, you caught some of it. Never mind.
Right. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Little sprinkles all over the titties.
really is just trying to figure out. Yeah, I think
Happy birthday.
with
Thank
what
you.
you're coming from, you're saying that there's that members who are there should already be whitelisted, or the members that are already
It's-
whitelisted, so they should be better
Should be
than.
experienced.
Well,
They should be better.
Yeah,
the vouching
They should
system
be, at
should
least
be being-
in a sense. I
It's
guess.
new.
I
should
don't
be
know.
being the key
from what I
word.
could tell. The vouching system is new, and the people coming in, honestly, the people I'm vouching for are you guys, and I did a piss poor job of well, I'm not even vouching for people. I'm asking for people to vouch for you. I did a piss poor job of explaining the place.
So
Well, I was running for my
Yeah.
life, so I had very little options.
I do want to also add a
appreciate
heavy
you, Milo.
caveat to the end of this. Thank you, Skipper. I want to let all y'all know, if there is someone who's running around and they are creating problems, if they aren't respecting things and whatnot, if they're just going around with the expectation of death isn't a thing, that kind of thing, let me know. If they're going to Heaven's Reach and spouting that shit, I will correct that shit. I will give them the uppercut of fucking justice and let them know that they are fucking wrong. I'll do it. Because that is,
don't tell them
I
about
will.
the time I fell out the
I'm
tree.
gonna gut you like a fish.
What? And I mean, if there's a fucking psychopath walking around, let me know. Let David know, because David would want to know. I would want to know. Tell fucking. You know who's someone who's really. Okay, thanks. Yeah, I'll let Toronto. You nearly. I heard you almost ran over someone. In your truck.
See?
I couldn't.
Through an
I
open
Anyone can make a
walkway.
dumb
See,
mistake.
Okay. Wow, it turns out that I'm the psychopath all along. I was among you the entire
You're
time.
not the only one.
But
You fucking blew up a fucking
see,
Walmart.
There was nobody
Okay,
inside.
that's-
I checked. I double checked.
there's
and
three
I
of 'em.
triple checked. Okay, I
It
checked
was an
before
act
you even
of
pick
God.
it. It was an act of
It was
God.
an act-
Nemesis
This is the third
himself
moment I checked.
was involved.
Okay.
Bro decided,
Right,
nah,
yeah.
Mage Hunter's not enough.
Okay.
I'm gonna fucking come for you
guys.
myself.
Before we get sidetracked too much, because I think I've already forgotten my original point.
Uh-huh.
Oh god, what was my original point? Fuck.
The whole conversation?
Sorry.
What, the
If I
whole
speak then.
conversation?
What, the whole
Uh,
psychopath thing, or
Oh, the
Oh.
psychopath. Quickly with the psychopath thing. With the child. Apparently it was. I was being told. Yeah, I was nearly run over a child, and it's like. First of all, it was. I had a cattle splitter.
Oh my
or
God.
what's it? A cattle catcher, in front of the truck.
Toronto,
Second
this
of
is
all,
not.
I had people behind me pushing the truck. Third and foremost, I didn't know that there was a child in front of there.
You
And
gotta
that is
learn
my
from your
piece.
mistakes.
Thank
You can't say, I hit them with a
Exactly,
truck, Your Honor,
know-
but I put
know
a cattle
now-
scoop in front of it.
I now know not to drive a truck through a castle. I have had my educational lesson.
Officer, the child teleported.
Officer, the
No.
child was a dragon. They were capable of being hit by a truck.
Oh no,
I
this
thought
is
they
very
were like,
hard.
I
Sorry.
thought they were
That's
like
high
an
chance.
eldritch
That's
beam
high
of
chance.
some kind.
This man
I
got
don't
dragon
know.
in him.
But
That's-
regardless, moving
Also, Aiden
moving
has the
to
can
the
whenever we
actual
can.
point. Yes.
Are you done?
Yes, I'm done.
Well, I didn't want to interrupt your.
No, you're good. You're good.
Okay. All I can say is that actually does bring a lot of understanding and element to it. Knowing that there is someone actually there able to keep a watch on things. And that's all very reassuring. And then just the whole consequence thing, when it does come, that also is reassuring. It's just I'm kind of living my life trying to protect the meat rack at any cost. And so when I hear about people who are just willy-nilly
It's blood.
using death beams or whatever major attacks. Hell, if an attack happened here, people living in the inn or the apartments, boom, that's a lot of people I knew. My friends are now dead. And I see that as a threat. And that's all I want to protect. And that's why I got so mad, and when they're teaching, or at least not teaching, but it's in an environment that can teach that to people, even if it's subconsciously and accidental. It's still an issue. But you bringing it up is very helpful, I guess.
So, at the end of the day, we go to Heaven's Reach and we, as antagonists, start our own little dojo in one of the houses, and we try to teach them restraint and not to be a dumbass.
Yeah. Also
Because
bring
in situations
napalm
and
and
stuff
just
like
like set it on
happens.
fire and just toss it on people from time to time. It's also a good idea.
Skipper, calm down. Skipper, calm down.
No, I'm sorry. I got real. No, it's bad. It's bad. Burning people's back.
Nope.
I'm sorry.
I
That was
think
good.
I think
Seems like a
gen-
fire.
I am very much pushing this one agenda. Whatever. I am very much trying to push this one agenda of having alternate scenarios for training, like as in actual training, not being thrown into what's it face, Demon Spain, but actual training where you are in different environments, including populated areas. Because I think if people are training to, if people are training for that sort of thing, they need to have experience in knowing what to do in whatever situation, even if it's beyond just the in-between. If it's like, for example,
So, Teddy,
you know, around here, for example, or if it's any other populated
be
area,
honest, I
or
need
if
to get
it's
away
in a
from everything.
village. I think it would be
No one's
good
behind you. I'm putting my hand up to speak.
if they had a way of facilitating training people on what's the appropriate thing to do with that. Anyways, there you go.
Alright, so that is based off of the assumption that Heaven's Reach is supposed to be teaching
fuck
them
you.
or
I could
training
play
them
right now, actually.
to do anything other than to fight this in between
Wait,
thing.
let's get my stick.
Like, they have no real obligation to actually teach or train them. Like, they just trying to stop this thing.
That's... Can I respond?
Like, anything else is up to them, or up to everyone else who's around them to ask them to learn that. Can't get Heaven's Reach personnel to teach that. Because it's not what
They're-
they are.
Their
Seems
focus is on the in-between and fixing the issue that
Yeah,
we can't even
pretty
talk
much.
about here. But if we do a hostile takeover and we give them our perspective and we take over a house, we can at least bestow our knowledge on people that may not listen. Skipper.
Hey, it would be a great idea too. On top of that, while you're passing the can,
Hey, you can do it first.
kind of funny. Just make a fucking metagram post about this. Be like, hey, if you're strong as fuck, make sure you actually control your powers.
Don't do that.
and kill a bunch of people.
Don't do that! I do that all the time. Don't do that. They get angry. They get angry. Don't do
You'll
it.
get murdered.
Who the fuck cares?
They all get angry. I'm not doing it anymore. All right,
Who
you
gets
gotta
angry?
approach them
If
cautiously.
you're, what is wrong with the statement? What is wrong with the statement of if you're
They're
wrong,
offended.
or if you're strong, don't kill people on accident. Is that too based?
They'll be upset if I do it.
That's too
To Hemsky,
base.
apparently. But yeah, no, I'll do it when I get home.
Wow.
Okay.
You have
Get a metagram account so I can say a slur.
You have to approach it cautiously, extremely
don't.
cautiously, because if you don't, they won't listen. They won't.
They
want
probably
to
won't listen
They'll be
anyways.
offended.
But if you create a if you create an environment that is not like, or if you get the expectation that people are going to be pissy if you kill people, you know, on accident because you're not aware of your own strength. Yeah, that's kind of the goal. That's the idea here.
Some people, though, might go there and be interested in at least learning about how to protect other places as well. Even if Heaven's Reach in itself isn't, like, that's not the goal of the place. Maybe some people, like, aren't feeling the training for the day, or maybe in some way if we teach them how to handle these situations where they can't do... It seems like they're already trying to teach them in ways where brawn doesn't work, but intelligence works, you know? So maybe being able to make them a little bit more mentally flexible, and if we could, doing a takeover of a house or something like that, and and teaching them some things if they would be willing, if people would be wanting to come to stuff and things like that, and setting up situations or causes it that they have to think instead of fight. That also helps them with the in-between if that is like what they're looking for. So it benefits us if they want to actually extend out their skills to other locations, but also helps them in their trying to learn mental flexibility and not just using their fists.
Yeah.
Or to anybody else.
Yeah, no. Okay.
Dude, these augmented reality glasses are awesome.
It's just... Yeah, it's just... My whole thing, the only thing that I'm still getting caught up now is the fact that David advertised like a couple weeks ago that he's giving training to everyone and anyone. And if that is not actually the case, why did he lie?
This is why I keep saying talk to him, because I think it's just misunderstanding with words.
I think so too. But then again, I would suggest talking to him regardless. David is so David, before he looked like the way he used to. I don't know if y'all remember. He actually used to be he used to work for PL. He was a drunk. He was just a normal human. And he was a drunk all the time. He joined the tower because it gave him some purpose on things. But he was just a fucking, I think he just had a suit. Like he was stretched out on the ground every goddamn time we were done with training, like nearly dead for the most part. I have no idea how he did it. And then he made a very, very serious decision to change his entire body. He did something to himself that was, I think he regrets very intensely. And to keep up with us. And so he wasn't always like that. He used to, before the storm, he lived in Zafira, I'm pretty sure.
Close this.
Yeah.
So you can talk to him. He may seem like a little like he's different or anything like that, but he is still he was at one point a Zafiran.
He was a Zafiran until the tower stuff.
Well, until the storm, actually. Well, the storm blew up his apartment.
Oh, well. So... I still have respect for David. It is
I do
just...
too.
I think...
Makes a lot of hard decisions.
Yeah. It is just unfortunate that I think that... The training isn't so much training, and they're just trying to figure out how to respond to the backlash.
Bruh.
And I don't really blame him, to be honest, in doing what he's doing, in a sense, I guess. Yeah, I was kind of fucked up, especially the not telling us thing. From what I was told, too, he wasn't aware fully what was in there. He had no idea, really, fully, how bad it was. On top of that, and this is my fault, I'm gonna start that out with this. This is entirely my fault. David, Ethereal, Ares, and Nomad. They have been the only 4 active champions for a while. I had a lot of personal stuff come up, a lot of shit that I had to deal with. I'm fighting in a goddamn secret war right now that I can't really talk about. It's not related to anything here, around here. And some other things.
Let's get this mission started. No mercy.
Calcifer's dead. Gormunder has been let go, effectively. Patty, she has kids.
Dude, mobile games are crazy.
It's a really fucked situation that David's been kind of put into, because he hasn't seen Ion, he hasn't seen Clink. He said years, because time passes differently for him, because how time is different in that thing. I think at the root of it, he's scared, because if he had to deal with by himself, because it sounds like he did for a while, imagine having to go into that maze by yourself like that. I don't know how he would have done that, especially with the mindset of a man that he has. He's just a man. He is not like a superhuman fucking abominate alien or whatever the fuck, right? He's just a guy. And I don't know how he did that. I hardly could do it. And I'm a fucking alien, super like a fucking, I'm a chimera. I'm fucking weird. And I've been around the block, and that shit scared me. So I think he's just under a lot of pressure right now too. A lot of it is. Riza too, in a sense. She loves the champions, and I think having Patty not be around, and what are you doing?
Mobile games! I'm playing mobile games!
Mobile games. He's actually.
I'm trying to play respectfully, as respectfully as possible.
He's
So, I'm also facing someone named David. It's so funny.
Straight face.
just.
In any case,
Get out of the way.
In any case, I think both Riza and David are underneath a lot of stress too, and that's probably part of it. That they feel like they have to make these actions, or they feel like they're doing this. I don't know. I'm not gonna pretend like I know, but like I said, part of it is my fault. I haven't been around, so maybe it wouldn't be as bad if I was around a few months back, or a few weeks back, or whatever the case is. Maybe there would be some different things. I don't know, but all I know is that after I saw how today went and how because the maze, that was a wake-up call, and then David showed me some other shit that was also scary as fuck that I probably shouldn't talk about here. Yeah, it's on my priority list now.
I requested teachers. They said they have David in some of the champions, but I feel like they need more, because that's a lot of. That's a burden.
Yeah, I think Nomad, or I think not Nomad. I think Ion would be a really good teacher. But I know that he's busy. He has a family.
Maybe even Nomad. Nomad seems like he's got his shit together.
I don't think Nomad would have the patience to teach anyone.
Oh, true.
To be honest with you, I didn't think I would have the patience either, but I actually took on one of Patty's kids as an apprentice, to be honest with you.
Knight?
So I'm a little bit more warm to the idea. Yeah, Knight. Yeah, I've taught her a lot.
Fucking grab me again! Oh, sorry. Sorry.
God damn it.
They're not, but Avarius and Sal, I treat them like their family. And I taught Avarius. I didn't really teach him much. I kind of just shoved things at him, and he was like that he wanted to learn, and I let him learn, that kind of thing. But
Yeah.
I saw you force him to climb a light pole or some shit one time. It was crazy.
yeah.
This has actually been really helpful. Thanks.
Good. I appreciate it. I'm glad I decided to walk in when I did. I guess to catch up with.
Why
Hamsky.
are you here?
I
You
try
should
to
have
come
asked
by.
that first.
I came to come fucking check up on you and see how things were
We're
going,
not
like I
fucking
usually do
now.
every few months.
I'm still grieving my dead girlfriend.
Yeah, you're still raw about it.
Hold on! Hold on! Yo, mobile guys, stop fighting me! Stop fighting me! My phone's activated! Oh god, where's...
I think there's just
I fell out of the chair, mobile
I think
guy.
it is. There's a lot to there. There has been a lot to unpack here, and I think the context.
I can't imagine with the
absolutely-
Slade thing either. It's been easy. That must have been fucking.
Oh.
I mean, I was there and I was helping with relief and whatnot.
Get your ass
but I didn't come until after.
Yeah, I grew up in Market, so I know quite a few people.
I must have never been
I was around
good.
it when it did.
I opened up scary
No,
old apartment
I'm wiggling
buildings.
my bandaged fingers.
And there were
Oh, I
dead-
thought you
dead
were.
rats
I
and dead
forgot.
possums.
I thought those were synthetic fingers. I thought you had a robot arm.
Did you fuck up your fucking hand again?
He's always fucking up his hands.
All the way up to my shoulder, or half my bicep.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how bad is it?
It's burnt again.
Oh, for
Good
fuck's
job.
sake.
And it was at the market district where all the demons were, so I'll let you take a guess.
Yeah, I should just.
It's honestly, from what I'm hearing, that you've pretty much dropped half, or like half of the champions have dropped effectively.
I haven't seen Clinkin in a long time.
He's been there.
No, I've seen. We saw him at the
yeah,
auction.
yeah.
Clink's also the...
The auction that someone spent fucking one trillion fucking credits on a scroll.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I guess the easiest thing to say is I'm kind of upset at Clink. There was an auction for a druid staff. Hello, I'm a druid. And then he
Hi.
outbid me just because.
Huh.
I don't know. I don't think he's a druid. And
No.
was going to kind of use that staff to actually put a tree in here in the mirror. Because it could turn.
That
into
would have
a tree
been
as
useful
well.
for the mega building. Very useful.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
What,
Oh,
is there
yeah.
spawn trees all over the mega building?
No, I want
Otters
to park
live
in there.
here. Tree upon
You
tree.
could get someone to contact.
So.
What about
and
the
then
same
when I
method
tried
that Kaiga used? That tree is fucking
That's
massive now,
magic.
right?
That's
Well, so's the staff.
I think... Well, I don't even know how
Like a
Kaiga did
tree
it. Was it
spear
flurry?
Yeah,
Tree
I think
spirit?
that's a. I think that was a tree from Flurry's forest.
Holy fuck.
Oh yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Well, fuck,
Yeah,
how
they
many
live
fuck
there.
does Indigo have 400,000?
Bro, how do most people
He
have that
keeps
much?
winning at blackjack. Have you not seen on Metagram? He keeps posting when he wins at blackjack.
I'm not,
That
I'm
is
not
true.
on Metagram. Like I said, I'd
also,
immediately say a slur and then get banned.
Indigo also works under me too at Dragonspire, and I try to pay them well,
Yeah.
or at least as well as I
He's got
can.
a few side hustles.
He
Yeah,
also works
yeah.
in every other area.
He's
so
also
No
old.
winner.
just wanted to make sure.
True, he is old.
fucking
Every
idiot.
once-
Probably has a fortune somewhere.
Beat your fucking ass. Do you think David plays games? This guy's name is David.
No, but like he's like a cartoon. from,
I think he used to. I don't know.
Like the 1920s. Yeah, but like
That's
you know,
over
like he might have had
400 years
assets
of
they built up. Like maybe,
Why did
yeah, maybe
Ethan
he
start
bought like
working
a share in
here?
Apple.
Yeah,
Ethan
that's
is
recent though,
paid.
but Indigo's from a time where we were like heavily focused on making sure that people that came here actually needed help and actually needed the money. That's from a time when we started hiring those types of people. Ethan is from where Hamsky is now wanting a community.
Yeah.
So it's less of what you are and what you can bring to the table, and more of do you need a community to be part of.
Well,
Power of friendship and family.
there's a lot of
I have a
different...
question. What happened to your alien son?
He's around.
He doesn't talk about his alien son. He really doesn't.
I adopted
Evil
him.
corporation.
What?
Oh.
Yeah, you're right.
Did you not? Yeah.
That's
He
a
comes
thing,
and
that's
goes,
actual
bro.
thing.
Oh.
He has his own life. Yeah.
Fuck. All
Oh,
right.
he's back though. He came back though afterwards.
explained enough.
I should probably say he's free. He's
All right.
as far as I know. I haven't checked actually. He has an apartment here. I haven't checked on him in a bit, but I don't think I've seen him come out.
One time he disappeared for a
That might
very
be
long
important.
time, and then he was like, "Yep, I was married," and I was like, "What, bro? Stop."
It's like you're gonna check in his apartment. He's just like fused to the wall.
I know I called it my evil corporation.
The one time he was
Mine,
fused
I
to
don't
someone.
know.
Yeah, it's your
Get the
parent
fuck out the way.
corporation.
Oh yeah.
It's my parent corporation. It's kind of cute. That's my daddy corporation.
How dare you
Peace
ask
out.
that question, by the way? That's fucked up.
Actually, yeah. No, Higgs, you weren't there for when I said it. So. I made a bit of a confession that maybe that I'd actually want to be champion and all that.
Oh fuck!
And
Well, I don't envy you if that's what you want. To be honest with you.
well, yeah, no, I know. As someone who's seen what everyone else is capable of and what all the trainees or the aspirants are doing, yeah, I've not got a chance in hell at keeping up with them. But
The
Still can if you
parallel
want.
here from the story of David. The parallels.
David and Goliath?
Now you just gotta replace your entire body.
Also,
and I regret it.
I am not going to replace my entire organs with what even was it? Alien metal?
Something like that, I guess. In any case, though, I wanna give the implication. You guys probably have a lot more power than what you think. To be honest with you, sure I can fucking do some nutty things if I'm using the specific thing that I have. But at Rivet, if I don't use that thing specifically, I'd be done. So, I am for the most part, I'm just a fucking guy with a stick and a gun. If I don't have if I'm not using an item that I have. Nomad is was a lot. He got a lot better. A lot stronger. Ares is just kind of an old monster hunter. She's just been around the block for a while. Clink is kind of like a super wizard, so I don't think he really counts. Oh god, Pat.
Oh no.
She started with the tower. I think when she was 15. I think so, 15. She's a little weird, but you know.
Embodiment of Orlando soccer.
that is true. Trying to think. I was going somewhere. Oh, and not to put it in a way that it's still kind of fucked up to kind of put it in this way, I guess, a little bit. Slade was also just a guy with a gun. Really, he was fully human. There's something that is admirable about just being fairly mundane. You have a lot more power than you think you do, so go for it.
Forced to use our brains.
See where it puts you.
Humans are also the perfect receptacle for being changed into anything in the universe.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
If you're a werewolf, you can't become a vampire. If you're a vampire, you can't become a werewolf. But if you're a human, you can become both.
You can become
Yeah,
a
vampire
vampire.
You are the perfect basis of becoming anything. You can accept divinity, you can accept demonic, you can accept fairies, you can accept...
Maybe if I get that hard enough, I could be a vampire. No, that's...
Technically you can.
Synthfire.
You just need to inject, you need to have teeth that can suck blood and you need to go to stab people. Technically it's vampirism.
Wait, so
Wait, I could just get teeth that can suck blood out of people, then choose to do that and be a vampire?
You just... I can get teeth.
Also, you're like a
It just sounds
synthetic
like a weird-
vampire. You could just like go up to someone, like beat the shit out of them, and then take their, take whatever, like a fucking like USB cable, and just, take their fucking battery. No, I don't know how synthetics work too much. I'm sorry.
Okay, fair enough. You can take their, yeah.
Do you guys also have a slime problem?
No.
I think that
What?
I think that one, like, cleans my boots every time I walk past it.
There's a slime problem in Orlando soccer right now.
Fun little
I
guy.
have a solution.
Wait.
Oh, fuck!
Okay.
I'm okay.
KMC's not looking.
Okay.
It's kind of cute though.
That little
This
fucker
is a
has
fun
my
little
shit.
guy.
Huh? What? What? Ow, I hit my face. Damn, the pole's so close.
Oh yeah, there's that. Oh yeah, the garage has
oh, I'm
been
actually stabbing running slime. Sorry.
Yeah, the garage. Yeah, you know those black and yellow stripy fuzzball things. Yeah, they're now interns.
Okay. I mean, you can have interns as to whoever you want to be an intern, really, as it's an
Excellent,
unmoderated, unguided process. So I have no education upon that.
Okay,
So
they're
if
right.
you're an intern at the end.
In any case,
yeah.
I hope if there's anything like about like shit in the future, anything like that, you have any questions about, or you want to chat, or whatever the case is, I'm around.
Okay.
Maybe not as around in the city. But yeah.
You may be strong as fuck
Yeah, the
out here. Higgs, by the way, I'll beat your ass in Street Fighter.
Oh my god, seriously.
Get this mobile game. Let's go.
You could probably beat my ass right now, depending on if you caught me off guard. You could probably kill me if you wanted.
Yeah, but like that's no fun. Oh my god, are you actually going to?
Wait, my body's all fucky.
Thank you, Hicks, for your insight upon this day.
Yeah.
I appreciate it a lot, and it helps a lot. Before you get your ass beat
What
by
is
Hank,
what
yes,
is
you're better.
happening? What is happening? What is
I
happening?
don't know.
What is that?
Just.
Oh, look, it's your interns.
Oh yeah, it's the interns.
The fuck, bro? Oh man.
You're so cute.
Yeah, they're the interns.
Okay, I gotta win. I gotta fight to.
They're
Oh!
light hustlers. They're
playing the
so
long game.
adorable. You will willingly give them money. They are so good at the game.
me.
It's impressive.
Well, in any case, I'm going to go make dinner for my wife.
Yeah.
And whatnot. So I'm gonna go do that.
I wish I had a wife.
Just
Yeah,
give me a
thank
yell.
you very much.
Thank you.
Take care. And sorry about the castle. I think I paid it. Have I paid it off by now? Ludwig. Oh shit! It was Ludwig in charge of the. Oh fuck. Okay.
I have no idea. I didn't even know that you were paying a fine. I think Ludwig has
You
been
might have
pocketing
been
your
paying
money.
Ludwig.
Yeah. You might have got played. You've probably been played.
He's
I think you
alive
just- I
now.
think you got played, actually.
That motherfucker.
You can kill him.
Ludwig, yeah, he's
Where is he? Where is he?
Wait, Toronto, put the gun.
He's been busy.
Kill that.
He's been busy.
Okay.
Back to hell
Thank you
again.
for letting me know. I'm going to fucking strangulate him over again.
Yeah, my guess was
Or
a
give me a
month.
fucking
that
heart
was quick.
attack. Stress me out so bad. Oh.
Good conversation. I needed
Pocketing
this.
my cash. Jesus Christ.
You feel any better, Raven?
Honestly, yeah.
That's good.
But
You seem to be a
also-
little bit less.
This was good.
Yeah.
How Dojo Big Red Dog, okay? Big Red Dog Dojo.
Yes.
It's just
Big
I
Red
guess,
Dojo?
in the end of the day, I'm kind of just still scared about myself.
I'm
I
scared
to
about
die
you.
there because,
I think we all
as I said, if I die, I will, turn into whatever.
Maybe that happened though.
Yeah, and I don't
Because
know
I
what
don't know
will
what's supposed to
happen.
happen to me when I die, but
I don't know what will happen in there, so.
yeah.
I tried to be brave. Tried to be smart.
So,
Teddy, what's Double Goose say?
I think in
Well, I was a
future
learning
Hansky-
lesson, like the first person to die in a horror game.
Yeah, God. I think in future Hansky, you've got to tell people who are new there that it is very specifically people training to be champions of the universe to go into the realm between realms to fight kung fu and
I don't want to blame Hamsky for
literal towers.
though.
No, it's true.
Like,
I-
Hamsky's
Oh yeah,
already
no, I
blamed himself a
know.
lot for me dying,
But
like,
in future, because I've learnt this now as well. If I do this, I'm going to say they are genuinely. If you're doing the training here, they are giving you the level of training or trials or whatever that they are going to see if you can survive the Slaughterfest. Which is kind of why I said to Sariel, oh yeah, if she went in, she'd be a fine paste on the floor.
Oh my god.
kind of mean.
Kind of mean, but also, are you one to talk?
I'm going back in the end.
Oh, good.
Love you.
Love you too.
Alright, bye.
Eat it, Double Goose!
No, you're fine. I think
I'm sorry
the
for not
talk
showing
drink.
up
It's okay.
to the thing.
Oh,
I
the
was
birthday.
literally passed out.
No, you're good.
Yeah, no, this was.
So I haven't
We
run-
had beach time. You
We
know
had
what
to run
beach
from
time
the
is.
Yeah,
So.
I know. I've been around for like
You
2
should
of
have
them.
seen Butch's face, the horror in it. We burnt down the horror.
Was it his first time?
That was his first time.
No,
There
man,
was a
I wish
lot
it
of
was
people's.
his.
It was a lot of people's first time.
Ah, that was great.
Happy birthday!
Yeah, happy birthday.
That's not the trash cake, is it?
No!
People keep finding that shit.
What is it?
It's in a box. So okay, so I got you 3 different flavors of toothpaste, okay? I got you grape, and I got you strawberry, and I got you chocolate, though that one probably is gonna suck. Okay, but like, it's good to try things. And I got you a pen, where if you click it, it's actually like a knife, but it's like a plastic knife, so you can get through metal detectors.
Ooh.
Oddly specific.
I have a whipper wire. I have knives now. All meant to get past security.
In different ways, hopefully. Happy birthday!
Magpie gave me a wallet one.
Nice.
One of those cards that turn into a knife.
Oh.
That's cool. You could come in with a
Well-
wallet and a pen and like 10 other doodads.
They're actually nice and be like, I'm a normal office worker. And you'll be like, what is that?
Well, I'm gonna be going off to bed. I think the talking drink was actually an excellent idea. I am patting myself on the back for that. But
I just haven't
that-
drank my coffee.
Yeah, I know.
That's
No,
my
it's
coffee.
my coffee now. Fuck you. It's my coffee.
You weren't even drinking. Hamsky, it's probably like extra cold by
It's
now.
like warm by
lukewarm.
now.
Isn't it supposed to be cold?
What? Are you saying that you don't drink ice cold coffee? That's been left
Why would
for
you want
like
anything cold?
8 hours.
Life is cold.
Life is a
Hot
cold as this, and
chocolate
it's
is
cold all the
cold hot
time.
chocolate's amazing.
You could be warm instead. You could have warm chocolate instead of hot chocolate. I don't understand. I don't get it.
You know what? I'm okay. Someone remind me to go to Vicarium so I can get a magic fire extinguisher. I will do
Remember
it.
to go to Wicarium to get a magical fire extinguisher. Don't
They
you
always
use a
do
magical
that.
fire
Yeah,
extinguisher on the Alcor?
Yeah. Okay.
Every time you say remind
But
me,
yeah.
instant.
I am just going to go to bed now because I'm fucking tired. It's 6 a.m. in British Zephyrian time, so you know.
Good night.
getting
Have
out
a
of here.
have a good rest.
Good morning.
All I know is the
Good
fact
night.
that apparently JC used to give me cold hot chocolates all the time.
Oh.
Aw.
So it's just
Alright, okay,
that.
fine.
Mhm.
I'll leave you to your cold hot chocolate then. I will not bully you about it.
Isn't that just
I don't
chocolate
understand
milk at that point?
No, it's cold hot chocolate. Get hot chocolate, you put ice cubes in it. Boom, cold hot chocolate.
Huh.
I'm going to bed. Hopefully in a normal position, because hopefully Star accepts the supply closet.
Good night, everyone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We need to check with the security team. Oh, not the security team. We need to check with the garage team and the rip and chip team to analyze the information from Star's confinement. They kind of starved a little.
A little?
A little.
When did you guys last check on them? Because I didn't check on them at all.
I don't know.
3 weeks. So
I don't know. But the
fact.
fact that they haven't done anything bad though is a good sign.
Okay, I'm sure we know. Okay. Alright. I love you guys.
I love you too, Skipper. I'm sorry.
Love you too. Big smooches.
Once I beat this guy, I'm getting out of here.
Okay.
Check on some people.
I'll be your hype girl. I'll just stand here.
Oh. They could actually beat me
Do
this
it.
round.
No, they can't. I believe in you.
Fuck! Just end stream and come to the VC, they say.
Oh.
I'm playing Street Fighter.
Street Fighter.
Damn it! Wait, I was supposed to exit. Thank God. Okay, all my shits. Let's just do cards down because all my shit's dead. Also, I went to hump my stick as a joke, like David, double goose. Look at this, and then I just slammed my nuts into it.
No!
Okay, I'm gonna go.
Just pop them.
I'm gonna go. I'll see you motherfuckers later. Now I'm gonna roleplay walk out of here. What? Bye, Robin.
Roleplay walking. Bye, even though we're going the same way. Bye.
This is awkward. I gotta go to the... To be honest, I'm gonna...
Hmm?
I wanna check on someone, so I think I'm just gonna go over there.
Okay.
Bible Thump Automod? What the fuck? Wait, what? Is Automod banning Bible Thump? Yeah, what the fuck? Why? What's wrong with Bible Thump? Bum, 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 bum. God damn it. Thank you.
RP. Oh. Hi, Hamsky. Are you streaming?
Let me end.
That's an intimidating question.
I'm about to spell the secrets of the universe right here, right now.
Man, imagine
I'll see you guys later.
streaming still.
Smoochers.
Imagine streaming for 10 hours. Cringe.
I'm sorry I started playing Street Fighter. Double Goose fucking requested.
The problem is fucking like Hicks was going into like the Patty's not around because we're kids. Like this person's dead, and you're like, oh, mom guy no.
See you guys later. Love you.
It's funny though.